Hey family, we are live, broadcasting live. This is the Conversation Room 101. Make sure it's only adults in the house. I need your mind to be open, prepared, and relaxed. Welcome to our home. Take your shoes off. We got some rules we need to go over. Be kind. No cursing in the chat. If you want to curse, call in. And no shouting out other channels. That's a no-no. We got one other rule. There is no judging our guests. It will not be permitted. Zero tolerance. And if so, you want to do that, guess what? We got security. And we will escort you out. Because over here, hashtag we don't care. We're going to be one big family. We're going to laugh together sometimes. We're going to cry. But we definitely going to pray. I thank the Lord above for everything. I lift him up and give him the glory. But you guys, right now, we're going to get our popcorn. And then we're going to see what's going on. And let me just park my car. And I'll be in there in a minute. I'll see you soon.
The Copyright Disclaimer Act. The Copyright Disclaimer Act under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news, reporting, teaching, scholarships, and research. Fair use is used permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Like, share, subscribe.
Do you want to know? Well, I've been thinking about you, and I think you'll have to listen, because the sun is up, it's a beautiful day. My beginning will be as bright as the sun. Come, won't you come along? And it feels so bright, it's like luck is raining on me. Go and follow your heart, doesn't matter how far. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me this time. Baby, baby, now baby, baby, gotta go. There is so much love to give. Something's telling me it's right.
Neighbors and the
When you
community
came to me,
compelled
who
to
are
scour
you?
the area.
It's you, yeah, boy.
Where does the fault lie on you?
Hey family, come on in, you guys. I know it's Sunday, but you guys, we never really rest. And this is, when kids are missing and everything, it's just hard to rest. I don't know if you guys know, there was this young lady, and we didn't get involved in the case. It's in the Detroit area. But her name was London, and she was missing. And I think Tina Powers came in here, and she was like something about London, and I was like, hey, like we're talking about Naziah, London. That's going to be another day or another time or whatever. But I don't know if you guys know, but they found her. If you guys know that, they found her, and it didn't end well. It did not end well. First of all, let me give a shout out to everybody that's coming in the building. First of all, it's Sanja in the building. There's my girl. Yes. Lady T is in the building. All right, Lady T. Welcome. Come on back on in. Woke to God is in the building. Hey, Monique Hall is in the building. And everybody, and these are Maz is in there, and Zena's in there. You guys make sure you hit the like button. JT is in the building. Belinda, how you doing? So I told you guys I was going to lock that video down from yesterday. And I did. I told you guys, that was just for your guys' eyes only. It was up for a minute. I gave people time enough. If they seen it, they seen it. If they didn't, they didn't. Anyway, because sometimes some people get all in their feelings. And I went to bed and I did sleep like a baby when it came down to what went on in the channel as far as that part. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yesterday when I got off, hey Auntie Mo, how you doing? Hey Belinda, I see you in the building. I wanted to share. I wanted to share something with you guys. But just because it's been on my mind, and we are talking about the Naziah Harris case, and like I said, we go through all the information that we have gotten, and then we know where we can look. We know who we want to talk to. We want to know. We don't know what we're going to find, but some people think certain ways, and I listened to what everybody say, and everybody was like, and I had already heard something about some antifreeze and some red antifreeze and all that other stuff. But I had not put it in the equation yet because, I wanted to hear for myself what was it. And like I said, when they give us the whole preliminary and we break it down and we go over it and over it and over it and think about what they said, you kind of get a more clearer idea of what has happened or what could have happened or what the person was thinking, their character and how they were moving around and do they got the supplies or is it something, and something about when the lady detective Miss Jones came on the stand and she went through what Jarvis was looking at and what he was Googling. I wanted to share that with you guys because hey, happy Sunday to you too, Leisure. Happy Sunday to you, Virtuous. Happy Sunday to you guys. When she said he ended his search with the antifreeze, I mean, it kind of stung. It sting a little bit. It sting me. It sting. STING sting. I can just feel like it just kind of was like, because think about it. Like if you Googling some way to make a cake and then, you Google, you looking for this, you looking for that, you looking for this, you looking for that and all this other stuff. Then you turn around and you stop at this chocolate cake, and then you Google something about the chocolate cake or you stay on the chocolate cake or whatever. But then you're done looking. Now, I don't know, how you guys feel about it, but more than likely, and I'm just giving you guys just my thought, my thinking. Doesn't make it so, though. You guys understand what I'm saying? Put a 1 in the chat. My thought is the last thing I Googled, I literally found what I was looking for. Or I'm satisfied. That's how I feel about it. And I wanted to share with you guys so you guys can give me your input and share with me what you guys think also. Because with everything that we know already in things, and I'm going to tell you guys something that entered my mind last night, okay? It did. It entered my mind last night because I distinctly remember, not saying I believe everything King says because I don't. I mean, I was talking to somebody this morning. I think it was Woke to God a little bit. I mean, we had a little, maybe 2-3 minute conversation. It was not long because my family was moving around, moving cars around and talking. The dog got a little gash underneath his eye right now, and we're not feeling that. You know what I'm saying? And so I got to take him back to the vet. But anywho's, you guys, I mean, we were talking, and she said something, and she said, it almost sounds like when you go over to Laisha's Moore's testimony and King testimony, they talking about 2 different times or 2 different days, or they're talking about 2 different things. The subject is not the same. It's like she say truck, he say car. She say day, he says night. She say 3, 4, 5 o'clock, he say 6, 7 o'clock. She say 15. She say 2, 3, an hour, 30 minutes, 45 minutes to an hour. He say 15 minutes. I mean, it was just too much. Like nothing was. Only thing that they said that was the same was it was a red jack. And Tawana did say that they were working on a car inside the garage, but she didn't pay it no mind. She did say that. She did say that. So anyway, you guys, let's get off into this real quick. Like I say, when we come on Sundays, I'm not going to be that long. I give God the glory to even waking us up. But if it was my child, I couldn't sleep. I'll probably lose 20 pounds not sleeping in 20, 40, 50, 60 days. Oh, you guys, I would look anorexic. I would. I just, even when my mama passed away, and it was of natural causes, I could not eat. I didn't even think about eating. I just want to just lay there. I couldn't get off the couch. I know it's just a part of life, you guys. But I'm going to tell you something. I just could not even get up, let alone if my child is gone. My husband would have to take care of me I almost say, I believe he'd have to take care of me for the rest of my life. I think it would take a long time for me to even understand it. And then here's the bad thing about the whole situation, you guys. Yes, Jay, she said a white truck. And here's the bad thing about the situation. And you guys know this, okay? This was, if she is gone, the worst thing in the world is for somebody to take your child's life. We call that an innocent. I mean, because children are innocent, even though that they do bad things, or they, when we were doing the search of where she was at when she got off the bus, we wanted to see the location. We wanted to see the houses that was near the danger that she was looking at. How did she get on Harper Road? I mean, we were going and going and going. And I was sitting there going, oh my goodness, this girl walked down the Harper Road. That's where they picked her out, on Harper Street. So I'm thinking to myself, ain't no way in the world I would walk that walk. That's a long walk. They said, oh my goodness, I don't know how long it would take for her to get to Harper, but it's a long walk. And I know kids, they got that, when we were kids, we can walk a walk and not understand how much we walk. We walk 8-10 miles in a day and come home and be like tired. Our feet hurt a little bit. But I mean, we get up the next day, go to school or whatever. And and it was cold. Leisure, it was cold. But and we try to get an understanding what she was thinking. My man, I'm gonna go see my man. I'm gonna see him today. And she have to be a little scared. I don't care if she walked it before. I'm saying that when we was going down these streets and cars was passing and the buildings we was passing and a lot of that stuff, buildings and businesses is out of business. People that moved out, and she had to walk around a lot of places, drunks hanging out on the sidewalks and stuff, people waiting for the bus, and you guys, she had to walk. I mean, and she's a child. She's 12. She's 13. She's 13. She's a child. And it ain't like she do this every day. She probably did it once because she said something about it. Like she went down to a shop and he said, "How did you get here?" And she said she walked. She didn't want him to see her. I don't believe that's true. I believe they drove by or something. And, she looked over there, or whatever. Or she told somebody to go down the street or something. And if she did walk it, I don't believe she walked it, looked and seen nobody's there. I mean, that would be more like, she's a kid. She can easily just go up and go, "Oh, I just want a soda, or I just want some water. I'm over my friend's house," or woo woo woo. Like to walk all the way down there and see that, the businesses ain't really doing too good, and sit and watch or wait or something, and then don't even go up and say, "Hey, I'm here." That's weird to me. Like I said, I just don't believe that. I believe she was in the car or something, and Shannon probably went by to see, and she was in the car and she got to see it too, and so she threw that out there. Or maybe Shannon was doing the writing or whatever. But anyway, you guys, I want you guys to listen to what they said, and listen to it.
The next page includes searches that I located inside that Google return that we received from Google.
Okay, and does that document fairly and accurately depict what it is you received back from Google as it relates to a search warrant for jarvisbutts82@gmail.com?
Yes.
And I move for the admission of People's Proposed Exhibit. I forgot. 63.
Any objection?
No objection.
We'll be ahead of people 63.
Okay, now I want to go back to the first page. And use it with the subscriber information. Tell me, who is the subscriber?
So it has a Google account ID number, then it gives the name. That says Jarvis Butts. It has the email address, jarvisbutts82@gmail.com. There's also a phone number that's connected to it, which is 313-585-8719.
And is there a birthday associated with that?
Yes. November 21st, 1982.
And moving on to the searches, what dates do those searches encompass?
These searches are December 9th.
Of what year?
Yep, December 9th, 10th, and 11th of 2023.
Okay. And it's fair to say that those are the entirety of all of the searches from those days?
It is not all of them,
Okay.
no.
Those are just select ones from the Google return?
Yes.
All right. Which ones that we have in that exhibit?
So the first, you want me to read the ones that are just highlighted, or you want me to start at the top of here? So.
The ones that are highlighted.
Okay.
Just start with the ones that are highlighted.
Yeah, so this search was December 9th, 2023 at 3:32 UTC time, so you would actually have to subtract 5 hours, which would make it the night of December 8th. And the site is, what's visited, it's Drink Me and Abort Your Baby, the Herbal Abortion Tea by Maya.
Okay. And what's the next one after that?
There is a site that's visited on December, it says here December 10th, 2023 at 9:32 p.m. UTC, so -5. And the site visited is plannedparenthood.org/learn/abortion/the abortion pill.
And yes, the next
search is immediately after that, so December 10th at 9:32 p.m. UTC, the abortion pill. Get the facts about medication abortion. There is a search that was conducted before that on December 10th, 2023 at 9:31 p.m. UTC. And that site is plannedparenthood.org/blog/can I use herbs to have an abortion at home.
And
the next one is December 10th, 2023 at 9:31 p.m. UTC. Can I use herbs to have an abortion at home? Planned Parenthood.
And the next one?
The next one is December 10th, 2023 at 9:36 p.m. UTC, so again, -5 hours. And that site is, it's ansirh.org, research, over-counter medication abortion. Search December 10th, 2023 at 9:36 p.m. Over-the-counter medication abortion, and that's from that same place before, ANSIRH. December 10th, 2023 at 9:32. Planned Parenthood, abortion, the abortion pill. How do I have an abortion using only misoprostol, misoprostol. The next search, December 10th, 2023 at 9:32. Planned Parenthood, learn abortion, the abortion pill. So it's like the same, back and forth to the same site. On December 11th at 11:43 p.m. UTC, so -5 hours. Specifically, the search is, can I drink red antifreeze? Again, that same item is searched again right after the same time, 11:43 on December 11th, 2023. And I believe that's it.
Okay.
Okay. So, you guys, so we're not going to be here long. We're just not, because this is not going to be one of those lives that we can really get off into. It's not a happy life. It's not going to be where I'm going to leave you in a happy state. I'll just want to put this on your mind, because I did some digging and everything. And remember, yeah, he was looking some stuff up. Yes, he was. Yes, Wimma. He was. And there's this one herb that it's called pennyroyal, you guys. It's called pennyroyal. And it's a herb, it's an oil. You're not supposed to digest it. But remember, King said they stop at Angels, and I guess you don't stop at Angels liquor store and don't get no liquor. So I believe that they got some liquor. I'm just saying, I believe they see. I don't think that this was like, oh, I'm gonna take this girl out. I don't believe that. I just don't believe that. I believe he was trying to abort that child of hers, whether she wanted to keep it or not. I believe that they bought that liquor. And then you guys tell me if what my thinking is crazy or wrong, whether they was in a red Jag or his truck coming back or whatever. And they've already put, you can buy pennyroyal on Amazon all day long. And I can tell you, let me Google what pennyroyal can do to you real quick. And I'm telling you, that's the main thing that people will, put where, the taste, it has a flavor to it. So you're not going to think anything. I mean, like if you went and got some antifreeze and you do not have to put nothing but a cup full of antifreeze in some liquor. You may not even taste it. You'd be like, girl, you just see you acting like you grown. Go ahead and drink that. And they got her a good old drink. And she drink it. Or they went and ordered some pennyroyal, because that's what Planned Parenthood would tell you to do. Yes, undetectable. And it is a herb that you can buy. It says right here, the pennyroyal plant in the mint family, commonly used as a herb tea and fragrance, while traditionally used for various purposes, including insect repellent and flavoring. Pennyroyal oil is considered like unsafe for ingestion or topical use due to its potential for serious liver kidney damage, especially in high dosage. Pennyroyal has a long history of use as a folk remedy, insect repellent, fragrance, and flavoring agent. The leaves can be used in cooking and tea, adding a strong spearmint flavor. The plant's strong scent can use to deter insects, particularly mosquitoes. Pennyroyal oil is used in fragrances and personal care products. When taken internally or applied to the skin, pennyroyal oil can cause serious liver and kidney damage as well as nervous system problems. Pennyroyal is considered likely unsafe during pregnancy and breastfeeding, as it can cause abortion or other toxic effects. Pennyroyal is also considered likely unsafe for children, especially when taken internally. Pennyroyal may interact with certain medications, including iron supplements. Due to potential risk, pennyroyal should be used with caution and in moderation, and it's essential to consult with a healthcare professional before using it, especially during pregnancy or if you have an underlying health condition. While some pennyroyal species like pigma, can be moderately invasive in wetlands. Pennyroyal has misused in the past, and it's important to understand the potential risk before using it. I'm telling you guys, I mean, we learned so much, but they use this in North Africa, and that's how they get the people to abort their kids. And you can buy this plant. If someone is off into herbs and spices and they say, oh, I mean, because people know stuff like that, especially when they do stuff. So Yeah, Crystal said, but he knew antifreeze can do the job. Antifreeze can do the job, but that is detectable. That is detectable. And I'm thinking, whatever they went and got that liquor, you guys, when they went and got that liquor, I think whatever they had antifreeze or they had some kind of herb or something because he was looking up. The last thing he looked up was the antifreeze. Now he works with cars, and everybody said bingo, and I'm like bingo too. I felt like, oh my god. I mean, only thing a cap full will do it. You cannot put that antifreeze in your system, and because they can't make you throw up to get it out your system. They have to give you IVs. They do have an antidote because what it does is start tearing up the lining and making it seem like if you were have conceived a baby and the baby is not in the fallopian tubes but the uterus, um, the antifreeze will make it seem like you really don't have a baby, and so that's how it aborts the baby. It's hard to explain it, but you know how the baby gets the nutrients and things like that, and it makes you start your menstrual cycle and then flush things out of your body and kills things that's in your body, because that's what your menstrual cycle is supposed to do, is take out everything that your body don't need. Now, I'm not giving you medical advice and things of that nature, you guys. Trust and believe. I'm not. I'm not a doctor. She said, I'm so confused. This stuff says it can be used to treat some medical issues, but then they say it's not for internal use, but people make tea from it. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, I think that I'm just saying that's part of when I went and Googled some of the things that he Googled, like how to have a home abortion. Just go back on the list of what he looked up and start looking it up. And Penny Roy was on one of those lists. And that's why I looked up that, because I'm like, well, can that be bought? Because that right there is, can that be actually bought in the United States? And so, I did. But like I said, at the end of his search, he was searching the antifreeze. And that's more than likely, I was just giving you guys my thoughts. That's more than likely what he did, probably, threw a little bit in there and and then so people was like, well, there was holes in the hoodie and things of that nature. There was holes in the hoodie. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I just know we didn't see her. And only time we seen her in a black hoodie is when she was at school. They wasn't even looking for a black hoodie. They was looking for a blue hoodie. They wasn't even looking for red and black and white shoes. They was looking for blue and white shoes. And I mean, and they got to have school videos of her walking to the bus. And what shoes did she have on? See, sometimes, and I get it, I'm not trying to mess up this case because, we can look all day long and we're not going to get all the evidence. And unless we were doing the investigation, asking these questions, going in, and we were able to go in because we got the authority to say, hey, let me see, the video at school while she was walking to the bus. Did she have on these red and black and white shoes? Did she have on the blue and white shoes? Because all of a sudden we're looking for everything that probably was in her backpack. Probably everything in her backpack. I do not walk around with my glasses on. I can care less. I just don't do it. Now, if I got to read or look at a book or the internet, I have my glasses on. Other than that, I'm not going to wear my glasses. Not that I think I look better with them or without them, but I can see enough or find enough where, they're just a burden to me sometimes. But when I got to read something, that's when I'm like, hey, I need them glasses because I can't see nothing that you guys put in the chat or anything. But anyway, she said, SP, look at Jarvis. He was searching like crazy. I think it's considered premeditated too. Exactly. That's what I want to tell you. Because because I thought was the premeditation doesn't just come like, oh, I orchestrated all of this to happen, pick her up and this, that, and the other. He already had it in his head. We're gonna abort this child. And it ain't got nothing to do with I love her and I don't love her, or I love her like I love a woman or anything. He didn't want this child to have that baby. He didn't want her to have that baby and to be underneath that control for the rest of his life. If you don't give me some money, I'm going to tell him this is your baby. If you don't give me some money, if you don't buy me this or buy me that, I'm going to tell him this is your baby. And he's probably sitting there because when King is on that stand, King looks at Jarvis and he looks at him like, Ninja, I told you. And he kind of just shakes his head a little bit. Like, told you to take that girl home. Or I told you to leave that girl alone. Or whatever. I seen that too. That's why I tell you guys, King knows. King know what was going on. He'll never admit to it, but he know. He either was there when she got sick or on the way home, and he was like, man, And if she was at that house, over there in Ypsilanti, if she was over there at that house, they got up out of there. She probably got sick or whatever, and shoot, she was probably gone before they made it back. And he probably literally had to stop the car, put her wherever she had to go. I mean, put her where he wanted to put her, in the river, in the bush, or in it, such and such. Came back, got to thinking about it, Yeah. King ain't never gonna tell, though. King ain't gonna tell. Anyway, you guys, that's where they got the premeditated at. Because he was Googling how to abort this child. Not how to kill Naziah. Not how to unlive Naziah. How to abort this baby. Because I guarantee you, if that baby had came out of that child, they would have been looking like, who is the daddy? And then you got Shannon sitting there trying to say, and she's 13, she's underage. So they can do all the testing that they want. She do not have to say so to say, no, you can't test me. No, I'm not giving my blood. The mama who is the grandma, she all for Shannon. She ain't for Naziah. Matter of fact, that ain't Naziah to her. That's desire to her. Desire. Like somebody said, desire. What do you mean desire? She called the baby Desire. A prostitute name. A stage dancing name. I call her Glamorous. Everybody else talking about her name is Tuda. What, Tuda Buddha? Or what, Tuda? I mean, I just can't. Hood rats. But we do give our kids, names for whatever reason. Cocos and Pooh Bears and things like that. But, to give them stage names like Desire and, things like, I don't know, Tuda Buddha. I don't know. Tuda would have been better than Glamorous. I just call her Glamorous girl. And I guess she must have thought when she was on the stand, she thought that was cute. Anyway, you guys, that's my thought. I just wanted to share that with you. For those of you that haven't went out and seen a lot of the testimonies that was going out there, that was a big thing that you guys needed to know. Belinda says he's so sick. He took her underpanties. We don't know if they were little girls or vice type. That family is so different. Yeah, it is different. But you know, the funny thing about the whole situation, we have family members like that. I'm telling you, I've got a whole family on my mother's side of the family. It's my aunt's children, and they all like that. They are some hood rats, and they wasn't even. I mean, they did live in like little small communities that was low income, that had housing projects that paid a lot, 90% of the rent or whatever. That doesn't make you a hood rat. That don't make you a hood rat. What makes you a hood rat is when your family enjoys it and don't want to come away from it because that's their lifestyle. And then their lifestyle, the kids get in so much, and the adults are still trying to be young. Instead of paying more rent somewhere else, you keep your kids close to that type of environment because you like those type of men, because you like walking in and looking outside, and you got 5-6 men standing out in front and they selling, and you can get you a little hit and all this other stuff. I mean, it's crazy. But it is, if you've ever been in that kind of community, it's always something going on. And you don't have to be raised in it. She said it's a generational curse. Yeah. Because that's all you know. It's a curse because that's all you know, and you don't want better. You don't know to want better sometimes. You don't know. Because I mean, even if you got a job paying you some good money, you still think, well, here's the thing. I got a good job, but if I stay here, then I'm the queen of the block. I'm riding in this Escalade. I'm riding, my man got pocket full of money. We got big screen TV. Instead of, how many big screen TVs and Escalades do you see pull up in the projects? A lot. You see a lot. So they can make more money. They choose to, because they feel like the way that they was raised, they don't know it's like you living in poverty. They know, but when they do a little better, they don't think that they're good enough to just come out of that type of environment. They talk their way. I got some cousins, when they talk to me, I can't understand a thing they say. I just can't. They be talking about this, that, and the other, and we gonna go down to the whoop, but then, yeah, girl, what you doing? And milk. They can't even say the word milk. It's milk. What are you talking about, milk? You want some cereal milk? I just can't sometimes. I be like, oh Lord, have mercy on me. Like, I don't think I'm better or anything, you guys. I'm just telling you, when you around that environment, you become a part of that environment. And it don't matter where you live at or something, and then other kids are coming in your home, and and they're doing all that foster care and trying to get money, and then she got other kids coming doing stuff. And I'm telling you, when them kids come in the home and they doing stuff, only thing you can do is send them back. They done already did the damage. It's crazy. Anyway, you guys, I'm finna get out of here. I did not want to keep this long. It is Sunday. Just think about it. I'll see you guys Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time.